Hey, it's Phil with Tips for a Better Life, and today I want to talk about the difference between statements and engagement. I used to grow up in a time where my parents told me I should be responsible in life. That didn't mean that life is all responsibility or that I'm not a victim to certain things, but still within that scope, within my life, I still have a way of viewing circumstances and take responsibility for it. You had that whole movement in the 60s for female rights, for black rights, the black rights movement. And they engaged themselves. They had rallies, they wrote pamphlets, they did political rallies, and they really went deep. But now, in this era of focusing on being a victim, not taking responsibility, I'm not saying you're not a victim in life, but the focus was on taking responsibility and empowering themselves and their communities. It totally shifted. It shifted from being engaged to making statements. Instead of going for female rights and having rallies and pamphlets and political action, now people just take a selfie, or they walk around without a bra, or they just do one act, one statement, and that's it. They get the attention, they get the reaction, and that's where it stops. But if you go through life with just making statements, getting a reaction and that's it, you will never create a movement. You will never move forward because it's just one simple action. Now, life and change has to be made by consistent, multiple actions. That's why people who are engaged, who go deep, who really focus on a topic, who want to empower themselves and the rest, they create something special. But now it's just all statements, like something a person says, something a person does, it gets media attention, everybody jumps onto it, and then a week afterwards, everybody forgot about the specific action. So do you really just want to have that simple action, that attention, that reaction, and that's it? Or do you also want to take responsibility, be engaged, go deep in yourself, work together with people, focus on one topic? Because now we live in an age where one day you can be outraged about animal rights, then about climate change, then about female rights, then about racial rights. And they all are valid rights, they're all valid things to talk about. But if you constantly shift your attention, you don't create a lasting change. So what I want you to do is, instead of making statements and online and discussing, an action reaction, it's more about creating a movement, engagement. Life is way more about engagement than just making statements. Because that's just putting something on paper, here, look at me, that's it, and there's no consecutive action involved. So in this age, attention is so widespread, we get so much stimulation, that at a certain point in life, we have to narrow down and focus on the things that truly matters in life, that has meaning to us, to contribute to something bigger than ourselves. And the result should be not getting attention, but actually making a lasting change. So think about it. When you're involved with something that creates rage, anger, frustration in you, do you want to express this with a statement, or do you actually want to be engaged and change this? It's a difference between just getting a short-term attention and maybe making a long-term change.